Okay, this is 7th grade, lesson 2.6 over dividing fractions and mixed numbers. And our goal for today is I can divide fractions and mixed numbers. Again, we've got some vocabulary. You need to know what the reciprocal is. Now, the technical definition of reciprocal is what you get when you divide 1 by that number. So, for example, the reciprocal of 2 is going to be 1 divided by 2. The faster way we do this, it's the number where we take the numerator and the denominator and we flip-flop them. So, for example, 2 would be written as 2 over 1. When you flip-flop those, it becomes 1 over 2. The reciprocal of 2/3 would be 3 over 2. So let's just jump right in. To divide fractions, first, what you have to do is you're going to multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second. So you're going to take your problem and rewrite it as a multiplication problem. So the first fraction stays the same. The division is going to change to multiplication, and then it's going to become the reciprocal of the second number. So you flip-flop the numerator and denominator. Follow your multiplication steps. If you want to cross-cancel, you can. And then it's just top times top, bottom times bottom. Simplify if necessary.
So, division of fractions. Let's just look at some examples and you can see how this goes. This is really, really easy. Don't make it more difficult than it is. So I have 2/3 and I'm going to divide it by 1/8. Now in division, what we do is we rewrite it as multiplication of the reciprocal of the second number. So this 2/3 just stays the same. We don't do anything to it. I'm going to change division to multiplication. The reciprocal of 1/8, I just flip it upside down. It becomes 8 over 1. Now, I cannot do any cross cancellation here, so I'm just going to multiply. 2 times 8 is 16. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 goes into 16 5 times with 1 remainder. So this is 5 1/3. Okay, let's do a couple more problems just so you can see how this works. So we've got 5/11 divided by 3/4. Rewrite it as multiplication of the reciprocal. So 5/11 stays the same. This changes to multiplication. This changes to its reciprocal. So instead of 3/4, it's 4 over 3. Again, I can't do any cross cancellation. So 5 times 4 is 20. 11 times 3 is 33. 20 30-seconds, or 30/3. That's our answer. Let's do one more. Throw in a negative. So negative 7/9 divided by positive 1/3. Now, I like to put my negative sign with my numerator. So whenever I rewrite this as multiplication, I'm going to write it -7 over 9. It's the same thing. I just like putting my negative sign with my numerator. Okay, now I'm going to change this to multiplication and then change 1 over 3 into 3 over 1. I have some cross-canceling I can do here because I know 9 and 3 can both be divided by 3. So I'm going to do that. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now I can multiply. -7 times 1 is -7. 3 times 1 is 3. And this way I haven't lost my negative. Now I need to convert this into a mixed number. So 3 goes into 7 twice with 1 remainder, and because this is a negative fraction, it's going to be a negative mixed number, -2 1/3. Okay, so let's look at our mixed.
Now, if we want to divide mixed numbers, you are going to have to convert those mixed numbers to improper fractions. And just like with the multiplication step, this is a step that you must do. So you have to first convert those mixed numbers into improper fractions. And then you go through the steps like normal. So you're going to multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second. So you're going to flip that second one upside down. And then, if you can, you're going to simplify.
Okay, so let's look at our mixed numbers. I've got 2 5/8 divided by 1 4 ninths. And just like whenever I had multiplication, the first thing I want to do is change this so that they are improper fractions, because this isn't just 5/8 divided by the 4/9. We have to take 2 divided by 1, 2 divided by 4/9, 5/8 divided by 1, 5/8 divided by 4/9. We have to combine everything. And so it's a whole lot easier if you just change it into an improper fraction. So 8 times 2 is 16, plus 5 more is 21 over 8. I'm going to go ahead and leave this as division until I rewrite it. So 9 times 1 is 9, plus 4 more is going to be 13 over 9. Now I'm going to rewrite it. So the 21 over 8 stays the same. This changes to multiplication and of the reciprocal. So flip it upside down, 9 over 13. I don't have anything that I can cross cancel. I did have it up until I flipped it, but since I have to find a reciprocal, there's nothing to cross cancel. I'm just going to have to multiply. 21 times 9 is 189. 8 times 13 is 104. I had done this already. I am not that good. And then 104 goes into 189 one time, and then 85 over 104. And I don't have to look to simplify. Because I did the cross-canceling step, I know that there's no common factors, so I'm not going to have anything to simplify. Let's look at 2 more examples. So 3 1/2 divided by -2 1/2. Again, rewrite them as mixed numbers. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 more is 7, 7/2, divided by 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 more is -5/2. Again, I'm going to put the negative with my numerator. Now, rewrite it as multiplication. So 7/2 times 2 over -5. The 2's are going to cancel each other out because they can both be divided by 2. So just multiply. 7 times 1 is 7. 1 times -5 is -5. Since this has a negative sign in it, I know that my mixed number is going to be negative. 5 goes into 7 one time with 2 remainder. So -1 and 2/5. Let's do just one more problem. 10 1/4 divided by 3. So again, I threw in a whole number. So 4 times 10 is 40, plus 1 more is 41. So this is 41 over 4. Divided by, this is going to be 3 over 1. Remember, any whole number can always be written over 1. Now rewrite it with multiplication of the reciprocal. So 41 over 4 times, instead of 3 over 1, it's going to be 1/3. Now I can look 41. Let's see if it's divisible by 3. If you remember from the video where I in multiplication, I said a trick for divisible by 3 is you add together the digits. So 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 isn't divisible by 3, so 41 isn't either. So I'm just going to multiply. 41 times 1 is 41. 4 times 3 is 12. Now, I simplify. 12 goes into 41 3 times. 3 times 12 is 36. So I'm going to have 5 remainder. 3 5/12. And that's my answer. Tomorrow we'll go over this. Bring any questions. Goodbye.